I'm all for it.
Okay, welcome back to another episode of the Day After Podcast.
What's up, guys?
So here we are with the next episode after our Fantasy Islands, which, by the way, great episode. You should watch it if you haven't seen it yet.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
Definitely one of our best. We got right now though our loved versus loathed season. That's right.
Yeah,
It's kind of a mixture between fan reception and our own personal reception on how these players are perceived by the whole of Survivor community, like how
yeah,
people are perceiving them.
yeah,
So we each chose five people for the Love Tribe and five people for the Love Tribe.
yeah. I saw this on I saw like a YouTube recommendation from I believe his name is Dino Hall,
Mhm.
and he does a few of them, but this one caught my eye. And there are some. I wouldn't say there's a bunch of similarities. I know two people from that list are on here, or at least from what I see from the Love Tribe.
Mhm.
But yeah, so I thought it was a cool idea, and it gave us an opportunity to use some peeps we haven't either A, seen in a while, or B, have never used.
Yeah, especially I'd say the Low Tribe. I think the Low Tribe definitely has people that we have never seen before.
Yeah, because naturally we don't like them.
Yeah, so we just never rocked them. But this
Yeah,
gave us a chance, even because there are some people I don't like who I actually think play great games.
yeah,
But and we'll get to a certain one because I think that you chose one of them that I'm really glad you chose.
legit. He was the first person I really thought of for that tribe, but
Yeah, yeah,
we'll get to the negativity later. We'll get
yes.
to the Louvre.
Yeah, let's start with the loved uh, tribe. And the first one we got here is Chris Doherty. Uh, by far one of my favorite winning games of Survivor. He should not have won that season. Like he really had his back against the wall, uh,
Yeah,
and somehow by hook or by crook, kept getting the women to turn on each other.
yeah. I mean, he's a very, very determined guy, and like, even though it's a very, I wouldn't say under, it was a very underappreciated season,
Mhm.
and so like because I'm on this one Facebook group, and I would say part of it's interesting to see how some people view. No one ever has anything bad to say about Christy. Christy
Yeah,
is just one of those
oh
winners.
yeah,
I think he's also extremely relatable. Like,
yeah.
he's kind of like, blue collar, works with his hands,
Mhm.
coming in.
I've seen people ranking him in like the top five of their winners. Like they still love him as a winner. And I do think the season itself is on an upswing. I think that for years it just had this negative connotation around it, but as the game has evolved, it's actually kind of more interesting to go back and watch the merge section of Vanuatu and see what all happened in it.
I agree.
I do give the pre-merge is not very good. I think the
Well, I mean,
pre-merge is
three of the guys look exactly the same, and two
yeah,
of them even have the same name, John. And John is like one of the most generic names out there.
yeah,
No
yeah.
offense to any of the
And
Johns.
unfortunately, one of those Johns I think is actually the best one of that terrible group, which is like even then it's kind of just like he's okay.
But yeah,
Yeah,
every Christie gets a lot of love, and
yeah,
so it'll be
yeah,
interesting to see how he does this time around.
yes, yes. Okay, now let's go to someone who makes it to the end but did not win. That's Christy Hoffbeck. Um, I think she, if Ben doesn't get fired, if fire does not exist in season 35, I think Chrissy has a very good chance of winning the game.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I agree.
I mean, I actually don't know who wins that final three because I actually think Ryan, Chrissy, and Devin all have a very good case to beat the other two.
Hmm.
Like we really could have had like a three-way tie. Like it's that crazy.
No, I get it. Like I know Triple H gets a lot of not many people like Triple H, but
Mhm.
I think it's I wouldn't say a hidden gem, but I feel like it gets some undeserved not even hate, but like some people say it's meh. I don't think it deserves a meh.
No, it's
Um,
actually pretty good. It just like you people just hate the end game. Like they just hate Ben winning out with idols and then
I
fire.
mean, yeah, I get it. If you don't like the ending to something, it does put a damper on it. Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
the It movies, Guatemala. Uh,
We're gonna
but
open
yeah,
this can of worms again.
not fully. She's not on here.
I should have. I
Um,
should have put her in the love tribe.
no, then we would have lost out on some great peeps. Um, but yeah, Chrissy, I always appreciate a good challenge beast. And she was kind of like an out of the left field
Yeah.
challenge beast.
Yeah. What's interesting about both her and Chris is in the first challenge they like threw they cost their team the challenge and then later went on to be great challenge beasts.
I know, goes to show. And then
Yeah.
also she was pretty, I mean, the whole thing with the super idol in the beginning, like, and how
Mhm.
they were able to like implement that way further on
Mhm.
down the line
Yeah.
is pretty smart move because like, yeah, it wouldn't have made sense for her to play it during that first tribal council to save
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
other
It,
lady.
it would have made her probably be a pre-merge boots, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah, but like saving it like not Schrodinger, Fosner, whatever playwright has the gun where it was introduced early on and then done
Yeah,
later.
yeah. I know what you're
Chekhov,
talking about. Yeah, I think it's
Chekhov,
Chekhov. Yeah.
Chekhov. But yeah, she's a smart player. I definitely think she is. I definitely think she's definitely going to come back when they do another returnee season that
Oh
doesn't
yeah.
have like a theme. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. I could see a second chance or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Alrighty. Next up, we have someone where I am mortified that I forgot this man. But when I rewatched David versus Goliath, I was like, why did I? How could I forget Davey? He is like
Yeah.
one of my favorite, contestants from Modern Survivor. Like, he's nerdy, he's relatable, he does pretty solid. Goes for challenges, and he's just like a lovable guy. And so, like, when I was putting together this list, he was definitely one of my top choices. So
Mhm.
that's part of the reason. Also, I really wanted to use him, but like in season 4, we didn't really have a spot, or we didn't really have a season that he fit in that I
Yeah.
could like place him in.
Mhm.
So it was great that the very first one we did that wasn't like fictional. It was like, he's perfect for this.
Yeah. Season 4 was a very you had to be of a certain type really. Like we really kind of made it very specialized. It wasn't as broad as like a love versus low. Like a lot of people can go into love, a lot of people can go into low.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but like a all was fair in love and war. Like he never had a
that's a
relationship with
very
anyone.
or
Captain's
Captain's
Curse,
Curse.
all Amazon, all women. Last chance. He had never been in it, so he can't do it.
Exactly. Um, and of course, All Stars can't just be like, oh, hey, yeah, I'm here.
Yeah,
But yeah, so I hope he does very well. But simulators sometimes like to hurt your feelings,
yeah, exactly.
even though it's not real. It's real to us. All right. Next up, we have Janet Carbon, no stranger to this channel. Um, like I said, another favorite of mine, and a lot of people agree. Like, she's one of the best things about Island of the Idols, no matter how
Mhm.
controversial that season is or how low people rank it.
Yeah.
Janet is definitely one of the highlights from it, and she was actually in the video I saw on the Love team. So
Mhm.
I was like, yeah, that's a great reason to put her back in this.
Yeah, yeah. She definitely gets that good light because she's trying to resolve all of the conflict that happened with Dan and trying to figure everything out and get everyone to talk to each other and get it
Not only
out.
that,
Like,
the Fire Lady
yep,
won us all over, and then also flashing.
yeah,
The flashing.
Remember when everyone thought she was going to be like the first boot of the season?
Yeah.
She's just because she's the older lady. Like that's literally everyone's reasoning for it.
And then she shattered it, which you know, as soon as she did that, that made me a Janet fan.
Yeah, to think if Dean didn't get that Ion Nullifier, she could have won the season.
Yeah.
She probably does actually, because she probably wins fire against whoever they put her against.
Yeah.
And then I think she beats anyone in the end.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Lauren might be the only one where it's, I don't know. Yeah, I'd say Lauren might be the only one. But I would still think Janet would win.
Yeah, I would still say that it would go to her. Yeah. Yeah, I mean everyone loved Mama Janet out there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Now moving on to someone who's been on a couple of our Brantsteeles and has been medevaced once and voted off once third. We got Ozzy Luff. Yeah, basically I like Ozzy. I like him. But I feel like I wanted to give him one last chance in a Brantsteele. That's really the big thing. Because he is consistently not, been a factor in our seasons. He's
No,
invisible and then he just is gone.
no, I feel you. We'll get to him in a little bit, but no, I understand that reasoning. Also, you know, Ozzy coming back 4 times. If you're brought back 4 times,
Yeah.
you're very, very popular.
Yeah,
Clearly.
exactly. Yeah,
Um,
and it's crazy because even in South Pacific, he kind of in the pre-merge gets kind of a negative edit because he's bullying Cochran and all that stuff. And then in the merge, he gets back to a good edit because now he's on Redemption Island, and then he comes back, and everyone's like, "Oh, Ozzy's going to be the hero of the season and save everyone."
well, I mean, admittedly, because looking back at some of the seasons, I mean, the whole thing with Billy, you know, there are some times where he can be a bit of a dickhead, but
Yeah,
you know, I think one of the things is, one, he's a hot man. Two,
yeah,
he's good at challenges, and
yeah,
you know, that's part of his appeal.
yeah.
And that's why, you know, he always comes back.
Yeah, exactly. I wonder if they'd ever bring him back because I mean, after Game Changers, where he was kind of a non-factor, even though he makes the merge and makes jury, he's kind of not really much. Like you don't remember Ozzy from the season.
No, there is one. I think there's one thing that kind of holds him back from that. I don't know whether or not I should say it. It's like an outside thing, and it's not even like a bad thing,
Uh-huh.
but it's nothing like it's controversial in the sense of like, should he be doing that?
Uh-huh.
Nothing like wrong, morally wrong, but it's just like, you know, I can see why Survivor wouldn't because of, I'll just say it. He apparently has an OnlyFans.
Oh yeah, I've heard that there's a few Survivor players now that have one.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that might play a factor into it, but TBH, is it really that bad? No.
I mean,
Uh,
I don't think it's that bad.
yeah.
Uh,
Sometimes, you know, Survivor contestants want to make content, and
yeah, yeah.
as we'll see in a sec.
To be fair, Brian of all people, he used to do porn,
Yep.
and that's one reason he's not coming back into Survivor. They
Yeah.
didn't background check him for that.
Enough. Yeah, and when they were making the list for season 20, before they really thought of heroes versus villains, Jeff, there were like 2 names he said absolutely not. He was the definite absolutely not.
Yeah.
Fair Play was also one, but it was just more so because of his quitting.
Yeah, Micronesia quits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Brian because of the
Yeah,
pornography.
it never leaves a good taste in your mouth when someone quits, especially if they return to play Survivor and then quits.
Yeah. Yeah. But oh well.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's move on to probably the most popular person in the Survivor community because of his big podcast, and that is Rob Cesternino,
who was also on the he was also in Dino's video. He was like legit the first one in the title card.
I
But
bet. I mean, it's crazy. He's really only played like one season. Like even though he was in All Stars, he goes out really early. He's
yeah,
really just in Amazon, but like everyone knows Cesarino now in the Survivor community. Like he's that guy. Like he's the guy who has got the podcast. He's the guy who created the flipping strategy, and not only created the flipping strategy, but was likable while
yeah,
flipping. Like
yeah.
most people can't do that, but he's one of the few that can.
No, I get it. Yeah, when I was rewatching Amazon, definitely did feel a better appreciation for him. And there were some ways I found him a little relatable. Like, yeah, in that season, there was a lot of, oh my gosh, because, the tribes were divided by gender. There was a lot of like, oh, they're so hot and all that.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of that going on. But, I think, the whole like, oh man, I really have a crush on this girl and talking about it thing was pretty relatable. Um,
Uh-huh.
so like,
Yeah.
another reason why he was loved back then was
Yeah.
like, he's he was the young 20 something just
Yeah.
wanting to find a gal.
Going after Heidi.
Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah,
better than that, he has a podcast.
exactly. And it's the biggest Survivor podcast out there.
So yeah. All right. Next up, we got Taj Johnson George. Tocantins was the first one where I watched it and was like, all right, I'm watching Survivor. So I wanted to kind of include someone from there. And I think Taj is one of the most beloved like one season player. And I know why she doesn't come back because it was like so much for her to leave her kids. But like, if I think of like iconic Survivor moments that weren't just like, purely gameplay or like anything, the part where she didn't have to spend all her money to get for the loved one thing at the auction, but she did anyway because that's how much she cared. And like,
Yeah.
she's just so likable, and
Yeah.
that's why she's on here.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate that she hasn't come back to play. I think
Yeah,
she's made it clear that she doesn't want to come back and play. I think she was just it was one and done for her,
yeah,
which is probably going to make her, as time goes on, one of the better one-time Survivor players who's only played one time. But yeah, no, I love Taj. Togenteam's a great season. Just you could take almost anyone from that season and put them in this love tribe. Like there's
I
just so many.
thought of a few,
Yeah,
but I was like, also one I haven't really used too much.
yeah,
Like we used Taj maybe once other time.
yeah,
So yeah, some Taj love.
yeah, yeah.
All right.
That's good.
Next up, we have another famous mama, and that is Tina. Um, Obviously, like she's been a favorite since, one of the old, since, Australia way back when. And even being someone that went from first to last was still brought back.
Mhm.
She's, a very likable person. She's very charismatic, and she's, yeah, um, she's just one of those Survivor legends that, I think a lot of people enjoy. So yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. Tina is definitely that classic. The first female winner is, definitely gets you a pretty big title in terms of the Survivor scope.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I mean, yeah, and then Blood versus Water. She almost wins that season too. Like she's very
Uh-huh.
close.
Uh-huh. And
um,
then, took down a challenge beast that was
yeah,
Lauren
yeah,
Moretz. So like she's a very respectable player, and just wanted to bring her back again. So yeah.
yeah, yeah. I think that's a good choice. Definitely gets the spot here on the Love Tribe. Okay, now I'll move on to Victoria Beaumont. She's been on our Brantsteele now a few times and has, for the most part, done pretty good. Like, I don't think she's had a bad performance per se.
Yeah.
Um,
It's just like, she just really needs a season where it's like she's dominant. I think this is possible.
Yeah.
She's played good games before,
Yeah.
but like, this is she needs to have like a great game to really, really propel her.
Yeah.
This potentially could be it, but we'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. Going into the finale of Edge of Extinction, if Rick Devens didn't win, she was who I wanted to win. Like she was out of like that yellow tribe. I forgot what the name of the tribe was.
I'm
She
the
was
worst
definitely
with tribe
yeah,
names.
yeah. She was definitely one I was rooting for the most.
Oh
Yeah. Uh and obviously I was rooting for Rick Devens because he was just,
yeah,
having to fight
very
almost the
flashy.
entire he had to fight the entire like merge to stay
It's
in the game.
pretty much. I mean, funny enough, they both have very different playing styles. She's like very, very low key,
Yeah.
while he's like, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, but still she was controlling the game. Like yeah, she was getting everyone out until they got to Rick Devens and then no
Oh
one
yeah,
could get Rick Devens out.
high key, low key, if you will.
Mhm.
But yeah, I know there's someone on another tribe where she's aligned with in the past, and that didn't necessarily work out. But
Yeah.
we'll see. We will see. All right, and last from the Love Tribe, we got Wu. Kind of like how you picked Ozzy because he didn't really do so hot. I
Mhm.
picked Wu because like you even see it in the thumbnail for our top 103 ranked players. Like
Uh-huh.
he's he's super super down there, and I'm like,
Yeah.
no, Wu, you deserve better.
Yeah.
Um,
He's only really there because in Hunger Games he gets 20th place, which gives him a +1.
yeah,
Like that's what gets him there.
and it's sad, and I feel like he's a lovable guy, and I want him to do better. So here's his
Mhm.
shot.
Yeah. It's hard to say. Like I wouldn't say like I am a huge fan of Wu, but it's like I don't dislike him. Like if he's on the season, I'm like, oh cool, Wu's here. Um, yeah, he's not my biggest fan, but I also know that there's a lot of people who love Wu. Like he
Yeah,
was, I think, one of the highest point totals in that second chance vote. Like I think he got like a lot.
I would
Um,
imagine. I know I voted for him.
yeah, yeah, I know a lot of people are huge fans of him.
Oh yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
All
so
right.
that's the Love Tribe. Let's now move on over to the Loathed Tribe.
Yeah. Um, oh, I have quite a few in a row.
Yeah, you do.
First up, it's usually first off, we have someone that Joe usually brings, but I brought her. It's Abby Maria.
Mhm,
Now, she makes for good TV. In fact, that's true about I'd say half of this tribe.
mhm,
Good for TV. However, uh, she is someone where when you're a mean girl, or like when you're someone that's complaining a lot out there, things like that.
mhm.
Not everyone's gonna like you. I
Yeah.
can like respect her, and I think she's a great villain, like a secondary villain. So that's part of the reason I brought her. She's like someone where you can love to hate, or
Mhm.
like just she's
Yeah.
definitely like a heel of a season.
Yeah, I should say that I do feel like this is almost a heroes versus villains layout of a season already. Like
A
it's
little
like
bit.
there's a few like kind of like are they really a hero or are they a villain? But
I mean, we have someone that was on the hero tribe, but like no,
she should not have been on the hero tribe. Just
I
saying,
feel no.
100%
She
should not have been a hero.
she has like an Americana thing going for it. We'll get to her in a sec. But yeah, I mean, I can see where you're coming from with that,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
um yeah, I feel like Abby Maria is definitely one where with her playing style and kind of her personality, it can it can set people the wrong place. The Facebook group I'm in, I know I see at least 3, 4, 5 people are like, can't stand Abby. Like that's yeah. So that's part of the reason I chose her. But
Nice,
also,
nice.
she definitely has a presence on our channel, and so I felt like she also would I think she would be a good fit for this tribe. And yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I'm excited.
All right. Next up, we got for the first time. Brian Hidick. Uh, he was one, like I said, he was the first person I thought of for this. Not only was he someone we've never used, it's also one like he's a very controversial player due to like outside the game, inside the game. Like, yeah, I mean, he's really, really good at playing the game, but
Yeah.
I guess it's like the way he went about it. Like, because if we look at early Survivor villains, he is probably the biggest out of like, pre All
Oh yeah.
Star.
Well, yeah,
Um,
he's almost like you have like a Richard Hatch who is a villain of Survivor, but he
yeah,
also seems more like like you could get along with Richard Hatch.
yeah,
You
Richard Hatch
can't
is
see like
lovable.
you
He's like
yeah
funny.
you can it's hard to see you getting along with Brian Hyden.
No. Uh, um, yeah. So I'm interested to see how well he does here. Um,
Yeah, I'm rooting for him to be honest, because I actually think he plays a very good game in Thailand. We don't like Thailand. Like we've gone over, we have a season
it's
ranking.
my lowest rated
It's
season.
very low. I don't think it's a good season, but I do respect his game as a player. But
Oh yeah,
as a season, it's not great.
yeah.
Or as a
Speaking of,
player,
no, I
or
get
as a
it.
person.
That's why he's here. That is
Yeah.
why he's on. Speaking of a low rated season, we have someone from Fiji, which is one that I also don't rank pretty high. Um, I and we have Dreams Heard. I like Dreams up until he screwed over Yao Man. Now Yao Man even says he kind of put him on a spot by doing that, by
Yeah.
offering the thing for the car
Uh-huh.
and just kind of put him in that situation. But the two saving graces for Survivor Fiji were, Yao Man and Earl.
Mhm.
He took out Yao Man, who I loved, and led to one of the biggest, Survivor, I'll say, blunders in, Survivor history. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I think that's part of the reason why I put him on this team.
Yeah, I know he got a lot of hate from that Yao Man elimination. Like a
Yeah,
lot of people were very mad at him. Like at a personal level. Like they felt like they got personally attacked when Yao Man got voted off after he gave him the car.
I mean, Yao Man was a threat,
Yeah,
and I understand. I think like if it wasn't for the car thing, he wouldn't get all of that hate
yeah,
because like Yao Man was targeted. Yao Man is the first person that played like the hidden immunity idol as we know it
yeah,
correctly.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, like his Yao Man, he was someone that was doomed to leave eventually, but the
Mhm.
Dreams thing was like one of those nails in the coffin. But
Yeah.
I am interested to see how Dreams does. Who knows? He could be one of the most beloved people on our Brantsteels. We don't
Yeah,
know.
that's what's interesting is that all these people in the low tribe, Brantsteele might make them the biggest hero in the game.
Yep, exactly. Speaking of heroes, we have the first person eliminated from Heroes versus Villains, and also from a season that's not too well received, Survivor Gabon. We got Jessica Sugar Kipper or Kuiper. Yeah, I get a lot. This is another one where I see where a lot of people are coming from. She does cry a lot. Um, she's also one where she did annoy the ever living crap out of Colby. So yeah. Also, I don't think the Facebook page really enjoyed her that much either. So
Yeah.
that's why she's here.
Yeah,
Um,
she's like she's a villain. I like it's so annoying that she got put on the hero tribe. Like in Gabon, she's literally putting salt in the wounds as people are leaving. Like she's literally trying to do whatever she can to make people like have a terrible time right before they leave. And it's
I
like,
think I think because she was opposed to Randy, who was so much
yeah,
more
but
of
Randy goes early and she still kept doing it. It's like she did it once
no,
and then she's
I
like, I
feel
gotta
like
keep doing it.
I feel like that's why though. It's like not necessarily because she fit the criteria of a hero, other than the whole Americana thing, but simply because of her rivalry with Randy.
Yeah, but that shouldn't. They can both be on the villains tribe. Like if she's on the villains tribe, I'm like, sure, yeah, that makes sense. Because the fact is, two villains were fighting each other. Like you can't just say, well, this one was more of a villain, so that one must be then the hero. Because they're both equally villains.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
They're, but yeah. So here we got Sugar. We'll see. We'll see how well she does.
Yeah.
with all-
I think that her and Abby are going to get along just great.
I can see that. I
Yeah.
can see. I don't like maybe not, but I can see them more often than not teaming up.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, now we've had a bunch of these big characters who took up some screen time. Now let's get to someone who is notorious for having almost no screen time in Survivor, and that is Purple Kelly.
Uh,
um, her
good God.
her she has literally created what's called the purple edit because of her purple streak in her hair and for not being on the show. Basically, like it almost seems like she's just not there.
Yeah,
Her most famous confessional is something that goes like, I'm gonna milk my own milk.
she doesn't really. Now Nicaragua is not one of the best seasons,
No.
and she is very, very. I mean, one, there are two Kellys on there, so like
Yeah.
if you share a name with someone, it makes you less likely to remember at least one of them.
Yeah.
The one thing that kind of makes her stand out is the fact that two people quit at once, and
Yeah.
she kind of follows suit.
I do want to point out that her story is actually very tragic. If you actually know the backstory of her, I don't know if you've read into
I
it.
know you've mentioned it. It was like, she was like freezing out here. She didn't really bring a lot of stuff, and production wouldn't really allow her.
So yeah, when she got when they wanted to cast her, she didn't really want to do it at first. But they were like, we need a bikini girl. We need someone to go out there in a bikini. You're gonna get voted out early because that's just how the game works. Like that's what she was told. She goes out there, and almost immediately everyone starts coming to her. She actually becomes someone that has to start playing the game. And the thing is, we never get that because of the double quits. Because she ends up quitting with Nayanka, they actually edit out her almost completely because they don't want people to think that she could actually play the game.
Fair enough.
And they couldn't do that with Nayanka because Nayanka was just such a huge character. But Kelly wasn't that huge character. She was more of a sleeper threat. So they could easily just edit her out of the season.
Yeah.
But yeah, and yeah, it literally got like halfway through that merge, she's just like, I'm still here. I was supposed to go out like 15 days ago.
$1 million. Well, I mean, $1 million though.
Yeah.
$1 million. It's like, well,
I
I made it
actually,
this one.
I think she doesn't quit if Nayanka doesn't quit. I think she would have stuck it out, but because Nayanka ends up quitting, she's like, oh, someone else that like my closest ally is leaving. I guess I'll just go with her. So she
I
kind
can
of
see
just
that.
she just kind of hops on board because someone else is leaving.
She was also pretty young. Young people can be very impressionable.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying that was the thing, but like, young people are impressionable. As
Yeah.
a young person myself, I admit sometimes that happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be interesting. Who knows? She could be the next Francesca.
Yeah.
This one random,
She's gonna
like
control the season.
known in Survivor for the wrong reasons, but becomes so huge on our Brantsteeles.
That would be great. That would make me happy. Okay. Now let's go back to someone who is very visible on all the seasons he's been on, Philip Shepard. Mr. Crazy himself. Yeah, he's gonna be sporting his pink underwear out there. Yeah, he's. I believe he's actually only been on one of our Brantsteeles. He's only been on Rivals.
Now, I could have sworn we brought him back for an All-Star season.
That's what I thought too, but he didn't come back on All Stars 1.
All Stars 1 was pretty stacked.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
Well,
it's good. I know. I felt like we brought him back a few times actually, but
I think
when
because every time he played with Francesca, that kind of stooped in our
yeah,
mind a little bit.
yeah, Francesca. It's like Francesca was playing for both of them.
Yeah. Um, so that's going to be interesting to see how he does this time around, where he's not the. I still think he will be the craziest one out of the bunch. His he has Philip has his own kind of like special brand of entertainment
Mhm.
that he provides to the show. So it's definitely going to stand out amongst these people. And I know it's not everyone's cup of tea because some people don't always like um, they don't like Philip because one, they think he's full of it, or two, like some of
Mhm.
the things he says, or like how
Yeah,
off he is sometimes. Like I
yeah.
think he's I think he's charming in the sense comes the final tribal in a tribal outfit. I'm like, that is cool.
You got to imagine that halfway through, he just felt like he was ridiculous out there. He was just like, oh, like he had to have known, like, oh yeah, Boston Rob's winning this season.
Yeah. But he may be on the love tribe, but I certainly love him.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Vanilla Ice. Oh wait, that's Rodney. Um, legit. Anytime I see this guy, I think Vanilla Ice. That's not why he's on the love tribe.
No.
Um, it's mostly for one, the bullying of Shirin.
Mhm.
Um, that was like one of the reasons. Another one, he's kind of like, loud, the whole thing about his B day, like,
Mhm.
people promise stuff on Survivor sometimes, and you see it all the time where, oh, they promised me that they were going to take me on this reward, and they don't. Like,
Mhm.
I would say out of all of them, his is probably the one that sticks out most. Whereas, like, I've
Yeah.
never been on a reward. It makes me mad. And,
Yeah. I'm washing dishes on my birthday.
so that's why I brought him. Mostly because of like how he was acting on there. I didn't know until someone posted something, but like he was pretty young when he went out. He was
Yeah.
like 24, our
Yeah.
age. It's
Yeah.
always weird when you rewatch these things and I'm like, wait, he's my age?
Yeah.
It doesn't help because we're kind of
We
baby
look
faced.
young. Yeah.
We're baby faced individuals. So
Yeah. I've been at a bar before and someone thought that I was 14.
everyone thinks I'm 18 where I work. I have to
Yeah.
show my ID to them. Like, no, I'm serious. I'm 25.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so he's definitely a personality out here that I think is going to cause some chaos and ruffle or rustle some feathers.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of Russell, we got
Yep.
Russell Hands. I know you set me that one up pretty easily.
I mean, I also sometimes I keep that in mind.
Yeah.
But Russell, like,
Yeah.
he's probably one of the biggest love to hate people on
Yeah.
Survivor,
Yeah.
especially by his playing style. Like,
Yeah.
he's so controversial. He's made for the Loathed tribe.
Yeah, I mean, I love Russell. Like that. This is me really picking based off of the Survivor community's reception because
Yeah.
I will root for Russell in any season that he's on.
No,
But I also know if you go to any season of the extras where they say who is your least favorite castaway, you're going to get someone that says Russell Hands. It is going to
probably,
happen. Um,
probably.
so
Um,
he is at that level where he's just that big name of the biggest villain. So if someone is maybe not wanting to be a villain going out there, they probably are not a fan of Russell. Like they probably are going to say Russell Hands is not my favorite, is my least favorite
yeah,
castaway. Um,
yeah.
so
But
yeah, but I love him. I think that this season might actually be perfect for him because he's actually with other people who I think are more hated than him in some regards. And if he can get to the end with some of these people on this Loathed tribe, he might win a final votes.
I think he does definitely have an edge
Mhm.
with this.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. All right. I know this is I have opinions about her,
Yeah.
but go ahead and introduce her.
So here is discount Sandra Diaz Twine. We got Susie Smith.
I wouldn't even say that. It's like, look, it's unless I don't know her in real life, obviously, so I can't be like, oh, I hate this person or anything like that. However, she was someone that was kind of out of left field to be a runner-up. All things
She
considered.
almost won. She almost won.
If she did that, she probably or Gabon would definitely be lower on my list. She might even she might even surpass Danny Boatwright.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you know how much I love Bob and
Yeah.
Ken.
Yeah, I mean, I've said this many times. I think Capone has one of the worst final threes. And we right here we have two people on the low tribe that really exemplify that. Bob gets the pass really because he's the winner and he has some likable features. Like I would say he's closer to a love than a loathe, but these two are definitely loathe people in the Survivor community. They're
Yeah.
not like Susie, like what did she do? Like she told Corinne that she was gonna
Legit.
vote her out. Like that's the only
What
thing I remember her doing.
honestly, I think part of it was she wasn't really she was always on the winning tribe for the most part in Gabon. And when that happens, obviously you don't get as much screen time.
Mhm.
And then I feel like, I honestly forgot she was the runner up when I was rewatching Gabon. I was
Mhm.
like, well, I was a little foggy on the final five. I was like, wait, was this person there? And I'm like, I thought Susie went out fifth, but then I was like, no, because
Yeah.
Marty and Kenny were not in there. It was like, huh? But
Yeah. Yeah,
um,
it seemed like she, by especially by the edit that they edited her, it seemed like she shouldn't have been in the finale. Like
yeah,
they just weren't giving her anything. And is that the editor's fault? Is that her for not, being
I
up
think it's
there
a thing
more?
where there was a set of circumstances where her team never really went to tribal,
Mhm.
and then when it came to the merge, she didn't seem on the surface as much of a threat. She did win some challenges near the end,
Yeah,
but like she didn't seem like that big of a threat, all things considered, and so she kind of like flew under the radar.
yeah. And that's why I say that she's like the discount Sandra Diaz Twine because her entire game plan is just make it to the end. Like she had no game plan besides that. She never was thinking like, okay, I need to make sure these people are out here. She was literally just like, hey, as long as it's not me, as long as she didn't go home, she was fine.
Fair enough. Fair enough. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay. And now this next person had a lot of hate on her when her season first came out. However, I will say I think that the opinion has changed a bit
Yeah.
because she plays, in my opinion, a modern game of Survivor back in season 9. She plays a very aggressive, very like cutthroat game that gets her to the end. Unfortunately, first off, she's up against Chris Doherty, which she's not gonna be able to win that.
He definitely
And
has a better story.
old school Survivor, they're going to vote for the people who have the better story, the people who are more likable. um
Yeah.
and
And
so yeah, so that's why Twyla Tanner got a lot of hate originally, but I know a lot of people want her to come back. I don't know if she will because she's got to be up there now.
well, I
And
mean, I I mean, when it comes to returnees, um, yeah, that sometimes does play a factor, especially since, that was like five that was like 5 years in of Survivor, like technically four. So
yeah,
that's like 17 years. And that's to say, like, I'm pretty sure that 41 and 42 aren't returnee seasons.
yeah,
So add
yeah,
another, that's like 18 years. You know, I'm not saying like obviously, like older contestants can go out there and they can do well or be memorable, but like if you take someone from like 20 years ago, there's going to be some notable changes, and then yeah,
Mhm.
sometimes when you're older, you don't always feel up for it,
Yeah. Yeah,
because it
makes
does
sense.
take a toll.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, yeah. But anyways, yeah, I do think that she does play a very modern game. Just not a good time for her to play a modern game. Like that's kind of what it kind of came down to.
probably,
Yeah.
probably. All right.
Okay. So that's the Loathed tribe. So who's your favorites from each tribe?
For the Love Tribe, I got to go with Davy.
Hmm.
Janet is close second, and then third, I'm going to say Christy.
Hmm.
Um, and on the Loathe Tribe, it's because I don't really loathe him. I'm going to choose Philip. And in second place, I think it would be interesting. Like, I think it'd be interesting for Brian to be kind of like the season 4, kind of like new recurring villain,
Yeah.
or series 2
Yeah.
villain. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I definitely want him to make it at least halfway into the merge. If he does, I don't know if you'll bring him back, but I would definitely bring him back.
it
Yes.
it
So
depends.
Brian's my number one. Like I'm definitely rooting for Brian, maybe even overall. But definitely on this Love Tribe. And then over here on the Love Tribe, I'm gonna go with Chris Doherty. I think he's another big player. And if it's not him, then I'd probably say Christie as well. I think Christie is also a pretty good player.
Oh, I said I meant Chris Darty when I said Chris.
Oh, I thought you said Christie.
Fair enough.
Christie.
I
Okay.
have to be careful with that because we have two
Yeah.
Chris's.
Yeah.
Chrissy
Okay.
would be Chrissy would be nice,
Hmm.
but yeah, he's not. She's not in the top 3 of those.
Got it. Got it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we're ready to get into it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's proceed to the alliances. Okay, so on the Love Tribe, we got our first alliance of Davy, Rob, and Victoria. Victoria
No,
is very in on it.
I would imagine.
Um,
2 great guys.
yeah. And then we got a 4 group here with Chrissy, Janet, Tina, and Woo. So Chris D is out of this. And who else?
Chris. Who else? One of my gals isn't. No. Um, Dang it.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Ryan,
think.
why did you stop bringing the list?
Yeah.
I guess
um,
to focus more, but
yeah. Yeah, well, we
we'll
know we
find out.
know. Yeah, we'll find out here. Okay. So in the Low Tribe, we got Dreams, Philip Shepard, and Susie Smith,
All right.
and
Interesting.
a group of 5 here, but with Brian,
Ooh.
Kelly, Rodney, Russell, and Sugar.
So we got 2 of the biggest villains on the same alliance. I
Yeah.
wonder how that's gonna pan out in the end.
Oh boy, they're. I think this is going to be the group that controls this tribe. I'm just going to call it
Uh-oh.
right now.
My inner my inner drama queen is like, ooh, I want them to
Yeah.
go far.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
alliance.
and Russell's got his dumbass girls, and then he's got these 2, which are going to help him with the challenges and making it further, and then he'll probably cut them right at the merge.
Yeah. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, yeah. That's why he's only a 6 here. I mean, I guess Ronnie's only a 5, but they're not as committed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And by the way, we are doing Nicaragua, so we got the Medallion of Power, the worst twist in Survivor history.
I mean, it's like that. Yeah, it's one where I thought it was interesting, but in practice, it wasn't really
Yeah,
practical.
yeah,
Like, anywho,
yeah,
those of you that don't know, if they play it, they get an advantage for that specific challenge. However, once they play it, it automatically goes to the other tribe.
yeah.
So, yeah,
So Philip finds the medallion. So the low tribe will have an advantage if they keep the medallion. They can give it up for fire and fishing gear. but they keep the medallion, so the Love Tribe gets the fire and fishing gear. So now this is what doesn't make sense: is that you have to then give it up to then get. So basically, it's almost beneficial not to have it. Like you may as well play it every time you get it. Like there's no reason to keep it.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Like, I mean, the best shot is the other team plays it and you guys win regardless.
Yeah, exactly.
And kind of keep that going.
Yeah.
Who?
Okay, so the Low Tribe has the medallion of power. They use the medallion and give it to the other tribe. The advantage is starting the challenge with one bucket already in the barrel. And the Low Tribe wins immunity.
All right. So someone we love is going bye-bye.
The Love Tribe is going. And Cressy Huffbeck has found the idol.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. And the Love Tribe Alliance 1 is now a medium alliance, so not looking good for them.
At least they're still together.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. And Abby Maria has found the idol.
But can't you play it right though?
Yeah, that's interesting that Russell couldn't find it. Now this is now a medium strength alliance.
First impressions, they're not always right.
Yeah. Who is going home first in Loved versus Loathed?
All right, looking at the people that weren't really in an alliance, we have Taj, Ozzy, and we have Wu. Two of which we brought in specifically because we wanted them to last a little longer.
Yeah. Yeah, if Ozzy doesn't make it to the merge, I don't know if I'll ever bring him back, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think that might be the nail in the coffin for him.
This is tough. I think since this person's not in an alliance, I hate to say it.
You better not say what I think you're going to say.
I'm not choosing Taj because I feel like I don't want it to be Wu, but I'm feeling it's Wu.
You think it's Wu?
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's Taj.
Who did you think I was going to say?
Oh, I thought you were going to say Chris D.
No.
He's going to get
No.
Good. Okay. Chrissy has the idol. She does not play the idol. First vote goes to Wu.
Damn it.
Second vote goes to Wu.
Why?
Third vote goes to Victoria. Fourth vote goes to Victoria. Fifth vote goes to Wu. Sixth vote goes to Victoria. Seventh vote goes to Wu. Eighth vote goes to Wu. Ninth vote goes to Victoria. One vote left. Victoria, we are tied in the first vote.
Guys, now's not the time to be doing this.
Okay. Who do you think they're gonna switch, or do you think we're going to Rocks?
I think they're gonna switch. I think Rocks is way too risky.
They did in Battle of the Podcasters on episode 1. Can we get another episode 1 Rock?
I didn't agree with that decision. But
it feels like they should definitely choose one of them to go home. No, I wouldn't go to Rocks for either one of these two.
No, no.
Yeah.
Never go to Rocks.
First vote goes to Victoria. Second vote goes to Wu. Third vote goes to Wu. Fourth vote goes to Victoria. Fifth vote goes to Victoria.
Ooh.
Sixth vote goes to Victoria. Seventh vote goes to Wu. And eighth vote and player leaving is Victoria. Damn.
That is rather unfortunate.
Oh. I was rooting for
okay. Dang.
So Chris votes for Wu. Chrissy votes for Victoria. Davey votes for Wu. Janet votes for Victoria. Ozzy votes for Wu, but changes to Victoria. Rob votes for Wu. Taj votes for Victoria. Tina votes for Victoria. And Victoria votes for Wu, and Wu votes for Victoria.
All right.
Damn.
So, not not the most ideal situation for some peeps, but
Yeah,
alas.
that's unfortunate. Okay, Victoria is the first boot of Love versus Loathed. Now that alliance is really not looking too good.
Nope.
Everything seems the same over here. Immunity challenge. They do not. The Low Tribe does not use the medallion,
And they win.
but they win. So they also win either a tarp or fishing supplies. They choose the fishing supplies.
Smart.
Okay.
Well, I feel Nicaragua was actually known for being a very rainy season. So,
Yeah.
ooh,
It is now a very strong alliance.
well,
Wow.
woo with all the mommies.
Yeah.
Woo
The woo and the mommies.
the mommies.
That's
That's the
good.
official alliance name.
Yeah. The behavior of Purple Kelly is rubbing the tribe the wrong way.
And by just not really contributing to anything.
Yeah,
Like,
the Low Tribe is expecting everyone to be very like in everyone's face and getting in, and she's not doing that.
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I want to say Purple Kelly.
I don't. She's in that alliance with Brian and Russell, though.
True.
I'm
She
gonna
could get dragged.
say either Twyla, Philip.
I'm gonna say Susie.
Susie. I think
Yeah.
she's gonna be around for a little bit longer.
You think Susie's gonna be around?
Yeah.
Abby does not play the idol. First vote goes to Brian. Oh. Second vote goes to Abby. Third vote goes to Sugar. Fourth vote goes to Brian. Fifth vote goes to Abby. Sixth vote goes to Brian. Seventh vote goes to Brian.
Well,
Eighth vote goes to Abby. Ninth vote goes to Abby.
whoever gets this vote is out.
10th vote and player leaving is Abby in a 5-4-1 vote.
Ooh, that hurts.
That group of
Abby,
5 stuck together. And
you and this idol. You and this idol.
She can never use an idol.
I
She
mean,
can't use it correctly. She just had to play it.
I understand why, but at the same time, damn.
Yeah.
Yikes. I mean, it's good Brian gets to stay for a while, but
Oh
Abby.
my gosh. And it's because Abby voted for Sugar, not Brian.
Ooh.
Okay. This has to be some of Brian's doing right here. He had to have gotten the target to vote off.
Probably.
So yeah, Abby votes for Sugar, Brian votes for Abby, Dreams votes for Brian, Sugar votes for Abby, Purple Kelly votes for Abby, Phil votes for Brian, Ronnie votes for Abby, Russell votes for Abby, Susie votes for Brian, Tyler votes for Brian. So yeah, it's that group of 5 stuck together.
Yeah.
So now they have the majority, so now they just control that tribe.
Gotta keep it.
Yeah. Alliances. Immunity. Love Tribe has the medallion. They use it and give it to the other tribe. They advance to 2 of the barrels to be out of the field, already on platform.
Come on, Loved. Yay!
And the Love Tribe wins immunity again.
Love conquers all.
They also win a basket of fruit, spices, and herb garden.
That's actually sounds delicious right now.
It does. Kirsty has the idol. Okay, there's now a medium strength alliance between Davey and Rob.
All right.
Purple Kelly found the idol.
What's with the blondes finding it this season?
I don't know, but look at that. Purple Kelly has the idol, and she's she's like, yeah, I'm gonna milk this idol now. I'm gonna milk it for all the milk it's worth.
I feel And Sugar's being appreciated. It's just the blonde season.
Yeah.
The blondes. Except Abby Berea, she got Homer, but
Yeah. Now the question is, can Purple Kelly not get voted out with an idol in her pockets?
She's with Russell.
She's with that 5, so yeah, I guess she's kind of good, probably to them well, at least until the swap.
I feel it's got to be someone not in that alliance. So it's Philip, Dreams, Susie, or Twyla. And I feel
I'm
It-
gonna say Dreams. I think Dreams is going home here.
I'm gonna say that as well.
Yeah, I feel like this is a pre-merge season for him.
Him or Philip. Philip maybe because he's trying to start Stealth RS and Russell wants to be the only one having an alliance around.
Yeah, that's possible. First vote goes to Dreams. Second vote goes to Purple Kelly. No,
I don't think it's her though.
it would be hilarious if they flipped it on her.
Yeah.
Third vote goes to Dreams. Fourth vote goes to Dreams. Fifth vote goes to Purple Kelly. Sixth vote goes to Purple Kelly. Seventh vote goes to Dreams. Eighth vote and Claire leaving his Dreams in the 6-3. So someone else flipped over to Dreams.
Let's see.
It was Twyla.
Oh, Twyla.
Twyla switched.
Twyla's being smart about it.
Yeah, she's trying to get in. She wants to be the last one of that minority alliance on this tribe to
6 is a good spot. At least in pre-merge.
Yeah. It's gonna get her at least to the swap.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, alliances.
Yeah, everything's looking pretty much the same.
Same, yeah. Low tribe, they do not use the medallion of power though, but they still win immunity.
Yikes.
So they also win a toolkit, a tarp, a rope, and a knife, fishing gear, a collapsible chair, and a grill.
These were very important things to get.
Yeah. It's like a lot of things. Like a lot of these in a lot of previous seasons would have been like you would have just been playing just for a tarp or just for fishing gear or just for a grill.
Yeah, that's like the biggest one.
Yeah, that's actually been pretty important. They might go on a win streak. Oh, geez.
Woo and the mommies. No.
No, that's not good. Woo and his mommies are going through some tough patches. Oh, and Russell and Purple Kelly have a major fight.
You don't fuck with Russell.
Oh no, that's not good.
They didn't break up the alliance, so
yeah, but it might happen anytime now.
Potentially,
or one of them leave. He does not play the idol. Okay, so I think Woo's safe. I think that we might have a similar voting situation as last time.
I feel nervous. I just because they're not because Victoria was taken out, maybe they're going after that little alliance. It might be Rob or Davey, neither of which I want to see go.
Yeah, gosh, this is actually really hard because anyone I keep thinking that like I want to say them, I'm just like, but I don't want them to go, so I don't want to say them.
No, that's how I feel. That's the point of the love tribe. There's really no one you want to target.
Yeah. I mean, like maybe Ozzy. Like, I guess Ozzy's the closest one for me. That'd be like if he goes, I'm like fine. But at the same time, I want him to make it to the merge.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's like you're kind of rooting for him for us, you know?
Yeah. So, you know what? I'm gonna say that Woo and his mommies are gonna try to take out another mommy in Taj.
We'll see.
Chrissy does not play the idol. First vote goes to Taj. Second vote goes to Tina. Third vote goes to Taj. Fourth vote goes to Tina. Fifth vote goes to Tina. Sixth vote goes to Taj. Seventh vote goes to Taj. Eighth vote and player leaving is Taj.
Dang it. You were right.
Yeah.
And now Taj is gone.
Yeah, so Davey, Rob, and Taj voted for Tina. So Davey and Rob are now really on the outs.
Well,
but there is a swap coming up, so they can make it a little longer.
Who knows? I mean, it's an even 8-8, so
it's anyone's game.
How everyone switches.
Okay, so the new Loathed tribe consists of Chris Doherty, Chrissy Hoffbeck, Davey Rickenbacker, Philip Shepard, Russell Hance, Susie Smith, Twyla Tanner, and Wu Huang.
It's a 4-4 split on both tribes.
Yeah.
So I'd say the interesting thing about this one is that Russell miraculously has no one from his alliance.
Yeah, he's by himself.
Not one person. That is probably the worst thing that has happened to him.
Yeah, I mean, now he flips the love tribe, right? Now he just takes out the low tribe that he doesn't.
Or it's either that or the low if you're like, hey, let's get Russell. But
then they're just going to be at a disadvantage for the next votes.
Regardless, they're kind of screwed.
Yeah. And then the new low tribe is Brian Heideck, Janet Carbon, Jessica Kuiper, Kelly Shin, Ozzy Luth, Rob Cesternino, Rodney Lavoie, and Tina Wesson.
So we have a tight 4, or a 4 that's tight enough where they're still probably going to function. Yeah. And then, I don't know, Rob was on the outs, and like his point of view, it might be best to be like, oh, hey, yeah, I'll be your 5th when we get to the merge.
Yeah. I think Rob and Davey are really in fight mode right now. But they're gonna flip to whatever side is going to benefit them to make it to the merge and see each other again, basically.
Pretty much, I see that.
Okay, so alliances. So yeah, Davey and Rob are switched up. Philip and Susie are still together.
Okay.
Wu's got one mommy. Wu and his mommy, Chrissy. Russell's by himself. And then we got the divisions there. And then over here, Janet and Tina are together. We got that foursome right there. So you gotta imagine they're gonna stick together.
Undoubtedly.
And divisions there. So let's go to the reward challenge. And the low tribe wins reward. They win 2 hens and a rooster.
Nice.
That's nice. And the immunity challenge. The love tribe wins immunity. Safe from the votes. So Chrissy has the idol. There's no idol hidden.
Nothing happened.
Purple Kelly
has going in blank.
Yeah, we have no idea what's about to happen.
Well, this actually might really work for the low tribe since Purple Kelly has the idol. If she gets right, even if they don't want to split it, or even if it's a 4-4 split, if she guesses right, her team has the advantage.
Yeah, that's true.
So that being said,
and at the very least, even if it's played incorrectly, you just go to rocks at that point because you have odds are it's not going to be someone in your alliance.
Yeah.
So you actually kind of have if you play the idol, that's basically you just saying, okay, we're voting for this person and we're sticking to it.
It'd be a screwed up situation if you played the idol on someone else, you end up with rocks, and then you draw the rock.
Yeah, but honestly, sometimes you gotta be willing to risk it.
Well, let's see who's gonna get the Tribe of Spoken biscuit.
Ozzy has been medically evacuated from the game.
Ozzy, no!
How? This is the second time being medevac.
What the actual fuck?
What?
How? Why? Ozzy, didn't you learn your lesson?
Why are they doing this to him?
It's because of the OnlyFans.
The OnlyFans, yeah. Brantsteele just knows, oh, that's Ozzy. He has an OnlyFans. Let's medevac him again.
But Brian is still here.
Oh.
Justice, where art thou?
Well, this is great for the Loathed tribe.
Oh, yes, I agree.
Wow.
Logan.
The tribal council is canceled. Wow. Wow. Okay. Episode 5 ends in another medevac. Damn. Okay. And of Ozzy of all people. The only person to be medevaced in our Brantsteele has been Ozzy.
Wow, I can't.
Damn. Okay. Let's go into this immunity challenge. Russell and Sugar win individual immunity.
All right, that's gonna be interesting.
Yes.
Seeing how Russell is safe.
Yeah. And the Love Tribe wins reward. They win a feast of chicken and beef kebabs to be eaten while listening to the proceedings of other tribes' tribal council.
Interesting.
So that means they go first, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, and no idol hidden. Christy has the idol. Probably Kelly still has the idol. The behavior of Ronnie is rubbing the tribe the wrong way.
He's like, I wanted kebabs. Oh crap. And it's on his birthday too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so who is going home here from the Love Tribe?
It's a little tricky. Chrissy has an idol. So if I think it might be someone who is loathed, mostly because of one of them having an idol on the Love Tribe and Russell being the most likely one to swap over. So I might say either Susie or Twyla.
Yeah, I think it's someone from the. I think Chrissy's going to play her idol. Now the question is, if it gets correct, I have no idea. But assuming that it is correct, I gotta imagine it's. I can see it being Russell, honestly, if an idol gets played here, and they target
Russell was
Russell.
already immune,
Oh, that's right. So maybe then like a Philip Shepard.
potentially.
Yeah. Yeah, this is tough. Yeah, so she plays the idol.
Okay. All right.
First vote goes to Christy, does not count. Second vote goes to Christy, does not count. Third vote goes to Christy, does not count. Fourth vote goes to Christy, does not count. Correctly played. Now the question is, who's going home? Oh, Chris Doherty, no.
I hope that's not true. I hope that's not true.
Sixth vote goes to Chris.
It's not looking too well. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
That's so upsetting.
You didn't deserve to go home so early.
Damn, that's yeah, Chris.
Now the Loathed are winning.
Yeah. That's I don't even know how to process this, to be honest. So Chris votes for Christy, Christy votes for Chris, Dave votes for Chris. So yeah, it's just the even.
I think
there.
Christy was like, there can only be one Chris.
So the Loathed tribe is winning on both sides now.
8-6, yeah.
Yeah, and both sides have an advantage for the Loathed.
Yeah.
Oh, Purple Kelly plays the idol.
Oh, okay. So she's immune. Sugar's immune. It's not looking good for the Loathed.
Yeah, so that would be Rob and Janet or Tina.
I don't want any of. I'm gonna say that despite all of it, they're going to take out Rodney.
You think Rodney?
Nice.
I'm going to say Janet. I think Janet's going home here.
No.
Purple Kelly has the actually plays it. First goes to Purple Kelly does not count. Second vote goes to Purple Kelly does not count. Third vote goes to Purple Kelly does not count. Fourth vote goes to Tina.
No.
Fifth vote goes to Tina. Sixth vote and player leaving is Tina, so Purple Kelly plays the idol incorrectly.
She didn't have faith in her alliance.
Yeah.
That might hurt her a little bit.
Yeah, she knew she was going to get the votes, and she got scared.
I think it was also she messed with Russell,
Yeah.
and her remaining alliance is there, and so maybe she was a little paranoid.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Let's now go on to episode 7. Things seems the same. Everything seems the same over here. Yeah, reward challenge. Okay. So the Love Tribe wins reward. They win a visit to a Nicaraguan ranch where they will enjoy breakfast and horseback riding.
Nice.
Yeah, good for them. And immunity goes to the Loathed Tribe.
Ooh.
So Rob and Janet just barely surviving.
This is not good.
Yeah. Susie Smith has found the idol.
No. 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 I say no.
She's gonna win this game now with the
I say
idol.
no.
Rob Sesternino has found the idol.
All right, I dig
That's a good one right there. Oh, and now Janet and Rob is a very strong alliance. They're going to the end together.
I would be happy for that.
Yeah. Okay. Tribal Council. Okay. Susie has the Love Tribe idol.
All right, so
I think it's another love person. I think it's either Chrissy, Davy, or Woo.
I'm gonna say Woo.
I'm gonna say Woo too.
Woo to what?
Woo to Susie playing the Love Tribe idol after just finding it.
No.
Why would she play it? She's got the numbers.
I don't know why.
First vote goes to Susie, does not count. Second vote goes to Susie, does not count. Third vote goes to Russell.
Oh, no.
Fourth vote goes to Chrissy. Fifth vote goes to Chrissy. Sixth vote and player leaving is Chrissy. Damn. Oh, the Love Tribe is decimated.
We have 4 left. We have 4 loved ones. I say loved one, that's not right, but like we have 4 Love Tribe members left.
Yeah.
This is not, love is supposed to conquer all.
Yeah. So Woo and Chrissy voted together, and Davey was on the Alice voting for Russell.
I'm not okay.
Yeah. So the Love Tribe has really just decided that they're going to take over this game.
No.
Or is a Pagong going to happen now? Or is the rest of the Love Tribe just going to go home?
I don't know. It's the merge. They made it that far.
The Love Tribe.
So 4 to 8.
Yeah. This is going to be a uphill climb for a Loved Tribe.
Granted, it's not a halfway mark, but I gotta say it's probably the worst on one side we've had in quite some time.
Yeah. Yeah, this has kind of just been a decimation. Like the Low Tribe had won both tribes going into that swap, so they just kind of kept voting out Love people. Like we haven't had a Loathed person go home since the swap.
Yeah. Before that.
Yeah. So yeah, alliances. Yeah, admittedly they're not super strong together, but
you don't have to be super strong. You just have to have the votes.
Yeah. And Rob Sesternino wins immunity along with Sugar.
All right, good going, Rob.
He needed
Dig it.
it. I think at this point, if you're in the Love Tribe, you need to win any immunity that you can play for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear.
Okay. He also has the idol, and the behavior of Rob has become appreciated around camp. Wow, Rob is surging though.
He is loved. He is loved.
Yeah. Okay. It's just, how is he going to get there? I have no idea.
The power of love. Uh, I would have to say Woo. It's
Yeah.
around that time.
Yeah, that would make sense. Have someone like that who didn't win that first immunity go home here so that they can't become a threat later on.
And then Rob is aligned with both Janet and Davy.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
I think Wu makes sense. Rob does not play the idol. First vote goes to Purple Kelly. Second vote goes to Russell. Third vote goes to Russell. Fourth vote goes to Russell. Fifth vote goes to Russell. Sixth vote goes to Russell. Seventh vote goes to Purple Kelly. Eighth vote goes to Purple Kelly. Ninth vote goes to Purple Kelly. 10th vote goes to Purple Kelly. 11th vote goes to Russell. 12th vote and final vote goes to Purple Kelly. We are tied between Purple Kelly and Russell.
well, out of the two, I would try and go after Russell.
How crazy would it be if they go to Rocks here and someone from the Love Tribe goes home because of Rocks?
I would hate that so much. I would hate that so much. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah. I think Purple Kelly's going home here.
I I think it's Russell.
You think Russell? I think that this is all part of Russell's big master plan.
Possible,
You
but
know, they've been quarreling, and then they got swapped away, and now they're back together, and this is the showdown. This is
they're not vibing.
the
But
biggest rivalry of Love versus Loathed is Russell versus Purple Kelly.
I see that. It's not a sentence I thought I would ever hear, but
Okay. First vote goes to Purple Kelly. Second vote goes to Purple Kelly. Third vote goes to Russell. Fourth vote goes to Russell. Fifth vote goes to Russell. Sixth vote goes to Purple Kelly. Seventh vote goes to Purple Kelly. Eighth vote goes to Purple Kelly. Ninth vote and player leaving is Purple Kelly in a 7-3 votes.
and no jury.
No jury. Does she not make the jury at the merge here? Is that not?
It did not look like it.
Okay. Brian votes for Russell. David votes for Russell, but changes to Purple Kelly. Janet votes for Purple Kelly. Sherry votes for Russell. Purple Kelly votes for Russell. Philip votes for Purple Kelly. Rob votes for Purple Kelly. Rodney votes for Russell. Russell votes for Purple Kelly. Susie votes for Purple Kelly. Twyla votes for Purple Kelly. And Blue votes for Russell, but changes to Purple Kelly.
Yeah, smart.
Yeah. Okay, so Russell has won the rivalry between himself and Purple Kelly.
Yeah. I mean, if the two were going at it, I would imagine so. But at the same time, that was their opportunity to get rid of Russell. I don't know. I feel like we'll talk more about it after this vote. But I feel like, Russell is playing a pretty solid game so far.
Yeah. He's definitely the alpha male, I'd say, on this. Like Brian Heidig has actually kind of been more of a sleeper this season. Haven't really seen much of him.
Not really.
Okay. Alliances. Okay, War Challenge. Russell, Susie, Philip, Janet, and Davey win a reward. They win a tour of the jungle canopy with zip lining and a barbecue feast.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah. And Twyla wins immunity.
These Loathed people.
They're just playing a great game. They're just playing better. Sugar and Rob have a minor fight though.
All right, I feel like this is where things are going to turn around. Rob's going to play his idol, and then another Loathed is going to go home.
Okay.
I think
I think it's
I'm
Sugar
going to
then.
guess Russell.
You think Russell? I'm gonna say Sugar just because of that fight with Rob. So I think that Rob might be then being saying, "Hey, let's get Sugar out then," and then he's gonna try to get people to agree with him, play the idol, and they all vote at Sugar.
We'll see.
Rob does not play the Loathed Tribe idol. First vote goes to Russell. Second vote goes to Rodney. Third vote goes to Davey.
So,
Fourth vote goes to Davey.
no,
Fifth vote goes to Russell.
Russell, you better be going.
Sixth vote goes to Davey.
Dave, you know.
Seventh vote goes to Russell. Eighth vote goes to Davey. Ninth vote goes to Davey.
Please, no.
10th vote goes to Russell. 11th vote and player leaving is Davey in a 6-4-1 vote.
Rats.
Who's the one who voted for Rodney? Twyla. So Twyla's on the Alice. So yeah, it's I believe it's the Love people voted for Russell. Loathe people voted for Davey, except for the exception of Twyla.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Love is not. So we have 3 loved and 7 loathed.
Yeah, at 10 people, so that's not not looking good.
Nope.
Okay, let's now go on to reward. Susie, Woo, Rob, Janet, and Phil win a reward. Look at that, the 3 love people win rewards. They win a helicopter trip to the Cerro Negro volcano.
Nice.
Yeah, good for them. Activities include volcano surfing and pizza, brownies, and soft drinks.
Volcano surfing is not what you think, people at home.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's still pretty cool. It's more like sledding.
Yeah.
It's a volcano sledding.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound as intense though.
Ryan Heideck wins immunity.
All right, these loved people. They're just.
Yeah. Janet and Russell bond slightly.
All right.
Could there be something there?
I think she's trying to make it in good. All right, so I think now is time for Rob to like. It's hard because it's like it gets them through 1 vote, but at the same time, it could flip it.
Yeah.
But it's hard.
Yeah. You have to play it correctly because if you play it too early, then they just get you out next, and it's like, well, you've survived 1 vote, but like that doesn't get you as far as you could. Like, but then also you could wait a little bit until the point where more cracks have been come up or there's less people, so that one big change can really impact the game. So the question is this the time or is it going to be later on?
The only time will tell.
Yeah. I will say Russell playing a bit of a dangerous game, just being targeted by this love tribe.
I think he wants to take Kenny's record.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So that being said, I don't know. It's like
I'm not going to say I think I'd be a broken record if I said it's a love tribe. I'm going to say Russell. I think that either Rob plays his idol correctly, getting out Russell, or they get the tides to turn.
I don't know. I feel like another thing is this 4 alliance of Russell, Rodney, Brian, and Sugar.
Mm-hmm.
It would behoove the remaining 6 to actually target them. So I think maybe Russell. Yeah, I can see that scenario playing out.
I see a few different routes leading to Russell, which is making me think that it's him.
All right. Only one way to find out.
Rob does not play the idol. First vote goes to Russell. Second vote goes to Russell. Third vote goes to Russell. Fourth vote goes to Rodney. Fifth vote goes to Russell. 6th vote goes to Sugar.
Ooh.
7th vote goes to Sugar.
Oh,
8th vote goes to Russell. 9th vote goes to Rodney.
Russell's gone.
10th vote and player leaving is Russell.
It was a little interesting how they organized those votes.
That was like they basically already telegraphed that Russell's going home.
Yeah, it's like he's just like gathering his stuff. Jeff is like, yeah, I'm just reading the votes.
Yeah,
Russell
we didn't put them in the correct order this time. Sorry about that.
Yeah, Russell is just standing there with his torch already there, and
Yeah.
Jeff is still reading the votes, and he's like, "Come on, just." He cries.
Well, Russell finally goes home here. He goes home every season at the merge at 10th place.
Oh,
He's done it
Russell.
again.
Oh,
That's
Russell.
something I remembered from when we did the rankings. He kept getting a +10. He gets another +10 here.
Oh, Russ.
Min votes for Russell. Janet votes for Russell. Sugar votes for Russell. Philip votes for Sugar. Rob votes for Russell. Rodney votes for Russell. Russell votes for Rodney. Susie votes for Sugar. Twyla votes for Rodney. Wu votes for Russell. So, Love Tribe
They're
gets
there,
gets a moment of reprieve here.
that they do.
Now the thing is though, Russell was the big target for both tribes. So now that he's gone, do the Love Tribe stick together just to get rid of the Love Tribe, or is it anyone's game now?
I feel it is still anyone's game. It just it really depends on because who's really. I think Rob is playing a really solid game. Yeah, I'd say so far he's the one who he's the one with the big alliance with Janet. Um yeah, it's a little tough to say what's actually happening because we're not getting too much from the proceed to alliances.
Yeah, I would definitely say from the Love Tribe, the Rob is playing the best game. If he makes it to the end, he's got a very good case to win. From the Loathed Tribe, it's probably either Brian or Twyla at this point.
Maybe.
Yeah. I think Brian was playing a sleeper game. I think he was wanting Russell to be the big threat of that alliance and really kind of seek up all the hates for both sides. I can and he did have a pretty good pre-merge move with the Abby Maria making her get voted out for the eye in her pockets.
Yeah.
So there is case for him.
I think I need more data.
Yeah. Okay. Nothing here. War challenge. Twyla, Rob, Janet, Brian, and Wu win reward. So the Love Tribe winning reward again.
It's the Gulliver's Travels.
This time with the two people who I thought were playing the best from the Love Tribe.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I remember this is the one where Purple Kelly and Bianca go home.
Yeah. But let's not forget about the fact that they get win a chance to see Gulliver's Travels and snacks.
Low-key, I liked how they, showed movies for them. Like they did that for a couple seasons.
Yeah.
It's just they chose kind of not great movies for that.
Yeah, they really you could tell that the movie paid Survivor, hey, we want a movie in Survivor, and then that was a marketing ploy. That's all it was.
In South Pacific, you can clearly see Sophia, what is going on in this movie.
Yeah, you mean Sophie?
Yeah, Sophie. she has a pain expression on her face. What?
Yeah, she's not enjoying it. Let's see who wins immunity. Philip Shepard wins immunity.
Yep, I can see that.
Yeah. The behavior of Rob is becoming appreciated around camp. I mean, he is playing a very good game, despite being on the minority.
I think this is definitely his season.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good because he's made it far in our seasons, but he's never really been like a huge focus point of the seasons. Like he's usually kind of like that third or fourth big like player, but I
Yeah,
think he's the number one right now.
that was my firm opinion. However, Nicaragua is known for, you know, Fabio kind of swooping in at the very end and winning it.
Yeah, it's
I
like what
wonder who
happened with
might be.
Susie Smith.
No, if anything, just because the long hair, maybe Wu, which I wouldn't mind. But
Yeah, I mean, I believe that he said that he wanted to be like the next Fabio, or someone said that he's like the next Fabio.
I'm
Like before he played, obviously.
uh, interesting.
Yeah, Rob does not play the low tribe idol. First vote goes to Rodney. Second vote goes to Rodney. Third vote goes to Susie. Fourth vote goes to Susie. Fifth vote goes to Susie. Sixth vote goes to Rodney. Seventh vote goes to Susie. Eighth vote goes to Rodney. And ninth
No,
vote and player leaving is Rodney. Damn.
vanilla ice. No,
Voted out on his birthday.
dang. And Susie is still here.
Yeah. She gets to have another episode of greatness.
Dang it. All right, this is our final eight.
Final eights.
Um, I will say I'm glad Loved is sticking around.
Yeah,
Uh,
the last three love people have not been voted out.
yeah, the last person that was eliminated was JV, and that was a hot minute ago.
Yeah, that was the second vote into the merge.
Yeah,
So they're doing pretty good. I mean, I think they're integrated at this point. I don't think it's as clear love versus loathed.
I agree.
Immunity. Twyla wins immunity.
Yeah, I see you, Twyla.
Yeah, that's her second immunity. Rob and Janet have a minor fights.
No,
That's not good.
that's no. Don't.
Okay. Janet's?
I don't want it to be Janet. I don't want it to be Rob. I'm gonna say Susie.
Susie?
Susie.
Uh, I'm gonna say Janet's. Rob does not play Vital. First vote goes to Sugar. Second vote goes to Sugar. I'm fine with Sugar going home, to be honest. Third vote goes to Sugar. Fourth vote goes to Susie.
Low key.
Yeah, this is kind of an anticlimactic vote.
I mean, it's a necessary one.
Yeah, sixth vote goes to Susie. Seventh
But
vote and player leaving is Sugar. So Brian votes for Susie and Sugar votes for Susie. So
all right.
that's Susie still in it after kind of being targeted now for a few times.
So, quick little analysis. You have 4 people left. I have 3. Yeah. One thing I noticed. I know it's weird to do one on 7. It's just interesting because of like how far we've. I'd say the biggest out of left field one is Susie.
Yeah. Susie's still here. I mean, to be honest, she's not doing terribly. She's.
I would say the front runners is Rob and Twyla.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm still going to say I think Brian, could potentially be a sleeper threat if he makes it to the end. I mean, this jury is going to be mostly loathed people, and if he had some pretty good connection over there, if he gets there, it's very possible.
It is, yeah.
Okay. Immunity. Twyla wins immunity again.
All right.
She's beasting out over here. So Rob's got the idol. Okay, who's going home now?
I'm gonna say Susie again.
Susie, yeah. At this point, it just seems like she's gotten so many votes that at some point they gotta vote her off.
Yeah.
Okay. Rob does not play the idol. First vote goes to Brian. Second vote goes to Brian. Third vote goes to Susie.
Come on, Susie.
Fourth vote goes to Brian.
As in, come on, Susie, go home.
Fifth vote goes to Susie. Sixth vote goes to Susie.
Uh,
Susie is voted out in a 4-3 vote.
all right, I can vibe with that.
Yeah.
Nothing against her as a human being, just
Yeah. I want Brian to make it a little further.
yeah. I mean, if we look at our final six, but we will in a sec. But like,
Yeah.
if we look at this final six, these are all players that I can vibe with. You know,
Yeah.
I can see him going further in an actual Survivor thing.
Mhm.
I like that. I dig that. I'm glad that Wu has made it this far. Very happy for him.
Yeah.
You know, I love Janet. I'm glad that Rob is doing, very well this time around.
Yeah, definitely I'd say playing the best game.
Yeah. Twyla's putting in the work.
Yeah, 3
Phillip.
immunities.
Yeah. Phillip is, I wouldn't say he hasn't been too active, but like he's there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, then again.
But let's also take into consideration it's tied between Loved and Loathed.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
I don't know. I guess it could be a Twyla curse.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe Twyla just does not like to coast
Yeah.
with things. Yeah, she wants to mix it up. It's her new game style. Okay, reward challenge. Wu wins reward and shares it with Janet and Phillip. Not Rob, though.
So, that.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
yeah. They win a trip on a sailboat along a Nicaraguan coast, and they can enjoy food and drinks with the winning caster's loved one. Oh, so this is the loved ones.
sometimes, yeah, sometimes they like to choose older people because, they want to spend more time with, the people that may not be around. Like you see that happen a lot when it comes to loved ones.
Yeah. And you got to imagine Wu's got a attachment to Janet as his last mommy.
Yeah. The last mommy.
And Phillip Shepard wins immunity.
This was also one of my favorite challenges.
Oh yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't do this one anymore.
No. This is interesting. I think strategy-wise, now is the time to get rid of Twyla.
Yeah. But the behavior of Brian is rubbing the tribe the wrong way. Yeah. Also, this is the last episode before the finale, so one last person won't make the finale. So, I think it's either Twyla or Brian.
Yeah, I'd say that's a fair assessment.
Yeah. First vote goes to Twyla. Second vote goes to Twyla. Third vote goes to Twyla.
Yeah.
Fourth vote goes to Brian.
And then Twyla.
And Twyla, yeah, 5-1. So
like
Twyla just missing out on the finale. Damn. I think she played a great game though. I definitely can see myself bringing her back for All Stars.
It's just simply because she was playing too good.
Yeah.
They saw the opportunity and she had to go.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, here we have our finale.
3 loved.
Yeah. First time almost all game, the loved ones have taken the numbers advantage.
Yeah. I feel, is Phillip setting himself up to be the Fabio?
It's possible.
If
he sits next to 2 loved ones, I think he can win.
Potentially. I'd say Rob has the best shot out of all of them. And then, yeah, I kind of feel what you're saying about the Loathed sticking together. So it really depends on these next couple of challenges, who goes home.
Yeah, I think if one of the Loathed people can win that Final Four immunity, I think that person very much wins the game. Or not necessarily like guaranteed, but I think that's they're definitely going to get votes.
Well, I mean, Rob still has his idol, and a well-placed idol, or dare I say, one that is not played at all because he never needed to,
Mhm.
can be a great argument at a final tribal.
Yeah, true. I mean, I gotta imagine he's gonna play it. So I'm assuming he is in Final Four.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be, can they get rid of him at Final Four? Immunity challenge. Woo wins immunity.
All right.
So Brian and Philip are available, and they have a minor fight.
Could it be Brian's time?
I'm gonna say Brian. I think that
Yeah.
it's gonna be him. I think he is probably perceived more as a threat compared to Philip.
I agree.
Rob plays the idol. First vote goes to Brian. Second vote goes to Brian. Third vote goes to Philip
And then, yeah,
and Brian. So 4-1 votes.
respectable.
Yeah. Okay. So Philip now sits in a position where he has to win immunity to make it to final three, I'd say.
Yeah. Love. It's not really in his favor here. I hope he doesn't win, mostly because I really want someone from the Love tribe.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be happy for all four of them because Philip,
Mm-hmm.
he's a
You
fun
said
character.
that you loved him even though he was on the low tribe. So
Yeah, yeah.
honestly,
So
like, this is a great Final Four for you.
I agree. Well, I mean, also, we have a 2-2 split when it came to loved and loathed. I mean,
Yeah.
like who's left, as in like our picks. So I
Yeah.
got Janet and Woo. You got Rob and Philip.
Yeah. True. True. This is a close one. Okay, go on to immunity, and Janet
Yeah,
wins immunity. So sorry, Philip, but you gotta go.
I agree.
Yeah.
Though I don't like that Woo is there.
First one goes to Woo.
Don't.
Second one goes to Philip.
Come on, Philip.
Third one goes to Philip. And
Yeah,
Philip is voted out.
love conquers all.
Yeah, can you I really did not see this coming. Like, going into the merge, them having only 4 loved ones, four people in the love tribe against, how many was it? Like 8?
Oh,
It was
8.
like
Yeah,
8. Yeah, like, that's crazy. Okay, Janet, Rob, and Wu face the jury.
I'm gonna say Rob, then Janet, then Woo.
I'm gonna flip it actually and say it's gonna be Rob, Wu, Janet.
All right, let's find out.
But I think we're in agreement that Rob played the pair of cave, so he should have won this.
Yeah.
Proceed to the winner reveal. Rob wins by a vote of 4-3-2.
Well done. Very well done.
Congratulations, Rob. After being in so many of our Brantsteels, he
You
has finally gotten his win.
you did what Ryan did. Just pulled an Ash Ketchum.
Yep. Purple Kelly votes for Woo. Davey votes for Janet. Russell votes for Janet. Ronnie votes for Woo. Sugar votes for Rob. Susie votes for Rob. Twyla votes for Woo.
Oh, you got
Ryan
it
votes
right.
for Rob. Yeah, so he gets because the last 2 end up voting for him. So wow, this was a close vote though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have been potential tie.
Russell Hance wins the fan favorite.
Of course he does.
He always does.
I mean, his pre-merge game was solid, so
yeah.
I get
and
it.
even at the merge, he was just racking up votes after votes and telling people who to vote off, and it was working for a while.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. So yeah, so it's Rob, Blue, Janet's. But I mean, that was a close vote, 4-3-2.
Yeah. One person didn't vote for Rob.
Yeah, no, that was yeah. Imagine if someone from Raw voted for Janet instead.
That would have been
And we had a 3-3-3 tie. We don't know what happens in that situation.
They tend to avoid situations. Well, in a way, they tend to avoid situations like that. But
Yeah.
like, if it is a 3-3-3,
Yeah.
it's a little tricky how
Yeah, they tried to ask Jeff on camera once what would happen in that situation. He said he can't tell them, but apparently there is a plan. There is a special plan in case that ever happens.
all right. All right. So who knows? Season 41.
Yeah, exactly. Um,
All right.
so yeah, let's look at the statistics. Um, yeah, so Philip Shepard was the most strategic, followed by Janet, followed by Rob.
What do you expect from a federal agent?
he,
Of course, it's gonna be most
he
strategic.
studied under Boston Rob.
And then Russell, was in the same season with him, and he was like, "All right, I'm on the Loathed tribe. I need to study his gameplay and use the Boston Rob method to throw it."
Look at this. We had 3 people who received 0 votes.
Though to be fair, one of them is Ozzy, who got medevac again.
Still, these 2 make it to the end.
Yeah,
Janet and Rob make it to the end.
which that's impressive. But poor Ozzy.
Yeah, I know it's crazy that yet again, Ozzy gets medevaced here. I mean, look at that.
Yikes!
It's just crazy.
It doesn't sit well.
No. Okay. I guess that's going to do it for this episode of the Day After Podcast.
Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Congratulations, Rob C. You finally did it.
Yeah, good work on you. Okay, then I guess we're going to see the rest of you guys in the next one.
Peace out.